Welcome back to vehicle testing in GTA. Today you're looking at the Brioso 300. This is the new wide body Benny's upgrade specifically. I'll be showing you the base model during testing. The car retails for $610,000, but you can acquire a trade price of $457,000. If you like this wide body option, it'll add $585,000 to the price tag, meaning it's just shy of $1 million on its worst day. The Brioso is a Grotti model, and it's fairly out of place in the model lineup. It's a small vintage car, very unassuming. For those that know rallying these vehicles, it may have a special place for you. But for most people, it's just a fairly ugly and won't be bringing you any trophies home on car show day. And don't expect many of its class to make it to a car show either, save a few models like the BF Club, and the truth is there aren't many compact car shows to be had. Still, the 300 has a certain quaint feel to it. It's like owning a pug. Sure, it's an ugly thing, but that's what makes it so charming. It also shares many of the traits of vehicles in the compact class. Their characteristics are somewhat unique with their typical front-wheel drive architecture. Bland and unassuming, they easily slip and slide around the track like a penguin adrift on an iceberg. Still, it can be these unique and difficult ways that these vehicles handle. It makes it also difficult to master these qualities, and that can make the class very competitive, where true racers can take to task those who simply think they have what it takes. So the real question is, does the Brioso 300 have what it takes? Well, let's find out right now. Welcome to Grapeseed, and here we test acceleration, handling, and braking. So how does the Brioso do? Well, if you're used to driving any performance vehicle at all, this will feel like you're dragging an anchor. The car is painfully slow. Instead of engine noises, it should just say, "I think I can," over and over again. In the turns, even at slow speeds, it wants to break loose and slide in the circle, and whatever you do, keep it on the road. A simple shortcut onto the dirt of a turn or any application of the throttle, and suddenly you're spinning like a top. The brakes are also substandard and completely unable to slow it adequately as it comes into a hard turn, leaving it to begrudgingly build its way back up to the poor speed that it has. It comes in last place of all the compacts we've tested, giving up 30 seconds a lap to its able-bodied cousin, the Brioso RA HSW, and 28.5 seconds to the more capable and fun BF Club. The wide-body version does a much better job in comparison by cutting the deficit in every area by half, but that's more like saying it's half of as incapable. Still, it's a much more fun car to drive, and with a little practice you can master its quirks. But the real question is, why would you want to? The reason being, it gives up almost 18 seconds a lap to the HSW and 15.5 seconds to the BF Club, only being the second slowest compact we've tested. If you're keeping score, it's 13 seconds faster than its thinner cousin, so it's about half of its way to being competitive. Now we move on to Route 68, where we test the top speed with the Brioso 300, and here it just gets ugly. The 300 had the speed of a station wagon going on a picnic up in the hills, giving almost a full minute to the Brioso RA HSW. It did a little better against the BF Club that doesn't benefit from broken high speeds, but the difference was still almost 39 seconds. The wide body may have felt better on the road, but here the handling means little to nothing. It gives up 39.5 seconds to the HSW and 21 seconds to the BF Club, almost pulling another half the distance again. Still, it was way off the pace and painfully slow. The last track in this brutal display is Going Down, where we test the off-road prowess of the 300, and all it did was prove that I would never use the 300 for off-road. It barely made a lap without finding something to spin it around or lose traction on, I had to baby the car around like the suspension was broken, and crossing the finish line was like pulling me from a torture device. What was funny was there was a glitch in GTA at the time of testing. Wouldn't even let me in the race, meaning even in completion, it wouldn't relinquish me from my cage. Thankfully, the error was fixed and we could move on to the Widebody, which fared a little better, cutting off 9 seconds from its thinner cousin. The only good news was we hadn't tested any other compacts in the dirt as of this recording so far, so it's got the top spot. But I don't think I'm going too far out on a limb when I say the next compact we test will probably double its time. Maybe that's the story of the Brioso. It's half a car more, and it could have challenged the competition, and I think that's where it should have been. Imagine the power of Rockstar to make this car at least on par with the BF Club, which is 1,280,000, but alas, we got half the car of the BF Club. It should have been good on dirt, which is where many cars that look like this actually do compete, yet it didn't do very well on the dirt at all. The unfortunate part is there's a sort of classic styling to the car, a certain panache that it holds where its vintage heritage shines through. A vintage heritage that was thrown in the uncouth world of dollar bill wheels and mile-high wings, where starlets hopped up on anything their club dealer would supply, crashed their pink high-powered Grottis in spectacular fashion to go viral on their I Spy accounts. In short, a world that has no place for it. Truth is, most people will pick up this car, drive it for a while, to just put it away in a garage to gather dust, or simply sold for scrap, which is exactly where our tester vehicle will be going shortly. Thank you guys for tuning in to GTA car testing. I hope you like what you see. If you did, press that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to have some more testing as we go down the road. We're going to continue to bring more and more cars out as they continue to leak their way into existence, or as Rockstar sees fit. Until then, we're going to keep looking for some more cars to test. We'll be back with you soon. It's been great talking to you, and we'll see you again soon. You guys have a great day.